Morning. Big Weir, Roota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. It's been a while. Cheers. Mm, that's the real stuff, too. We're in a little beach house in northern Washington. Uh, Spent the day with the man, the myth, the legend, Cliff High yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. What an amazing guy. Yeah, you always know it, but yeah, we had a blast. Amy and I were just, the guy is awesome. Very cool. We're going to do some interviews today and we're going to share with the world. So I'm real excited about that. It's rainy and cold and perfect where I am right now. Amy's out on the porch, kind of in the rain, doing some meditation. It's pretty cool. No, there's a little covering on top, but it's definitely misty and windy and everything you would expect from the beach in northern Washington at any time of year. We're real close to the is it the Twilight series where all that stuff was filmed. So I'm waiting for vampires to come jump and vampires and what was the other one? Not werewolves, but some kind of wolf. Anyway, really cool, very awesome to hang out with Cliff and just get my feet on the ground. We had never met in real life, so it was a treat for me and Amy and wonderful guy. So, and yes, his dogs are big. They're awesome. They're a little ominous looking, but they're little balls of muscle and love. So we're gonna talk later this afternoon about anything and everything. I got a list like 10 things that I want him to share with me and the rest of the world. We'll figure out where to do it. We're gonna do it outside, but it doesn't look like we can do that. So we'll probably do it in our little Airbnb rental. All right, let's talk. Let's talk the insanity of cryptos. Hopefully, you guys have been listening to me about the reason to hodl because massive volatility and because of massive market manipulation. That's the reason to hodl. The only people going to survive this thing are the hodlers. Hopefully, you got all your cryptos off the exchanges in your own possession and you're sitting there in a strong position and you're not worrying. Oh, by the way, the Dick Allgire trigger has been triggered. Here it is. There he is, Dick Allgire. I'm taking the day off from crypto, so I'm not even going to talk about it. In the whole video, he's talking about it. The best is just when he's all upset that Litecoin's going down. He goes, look at him, look at him. I did a screenshot of this. Uh, Remember, this is the Dick Allgire indicator. The Dick Allgire indicator is when Dick loses faith in everything and loses his mind. That's the time to buy when he's all giddy and says, "Oh yes, this is the crypto future. This is the greatest thing," which he was a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago. That's the time to sell. If you're a trader, it's the Dick Allgire indicator, and it triggered the other day. It's triggering right now. Yeah, they can put the prices of crypto at zero. That's what you got to get into your head. This is all controlled via computer programs, and they do other things like Trump and Steve Mnuchin are 100% involved in market manipulation. They run the Exchange Stabilization Fund. That's where it's all. That's the real power of manipulation. That's where it comes from. They can do the same thing with gold. They can do the same thing with silver, oil, copper, the U.S. dollar, any currency they want. It is unlimited the amount of trades they can do. And so let's look at some of these trades. Litecoin has a $5 billion market cap. In the last 24 hours, $4.2 billion worth of Litecoin traded hands. So you traded your Litecoin yesterday. You didn't know that, but you did. It is a con. It is a fraud. These exchanges are a complete fraud. And luckily, we all know that. Well, if you follow the road to Roota, you're a member, a subscriber of the Patreon channel, a subscriber of the private road, or even the public road at Road to Roota. Yes, jump on the public road. If you go to roadtoroota.com, right there on the left side, public road. The fear greed index is at extreme fear. That's the time to buy if you're a buyer. Um, but yeah, right here on the left, you get a free free emails and a free book. Can't beat that. I give a lot of things away for free. But yes, definitely on the private road. I am knee deep in when and what time this shit's gonna fall apart. Yes, the cryptos will probably go to zero for a while. Gold and silver will go to zero for a while because the exchanges will shut down. If the banks crash, there are no crypto exchanges. All these exchanges run off fiat money. There are no gold exchanges. There are no silver exchanges. We are so close, and I do give a time and day and why on the Patreon channel and on the private road at Road to Ruta. And if you guys saw part one, you get an inkling of kind of where we're going. So definitely check out. I mean, here's the strangest one: Tether market cap $3.9 billion, which is ridiculous, but because they don't have the 3.9 billion in any bank. But look at the volume of Tether, 29 billion. Oh no, there's no market manipulation. There's no fraud here. This might be the takedown, the attempted takedown of the criminals behind Tether, which I don't know and I don't care. If you're a hodler and you understand that these markets are rigged, yes, they'll go down 100%. At some point, they will all go down 100% because the markets are going to shut down. Because without fiat money, they can't pay their employees, they can't pay their electricity bill. So that's the key to understanding price and valuation. Right now, it's really risky to buy any crypto because you don't know if you're going to get it off these exchanges before they shut down. You have no idea. So it's really risky. But it's not as risky as holding your value and your wealth in fiat currency. That's even worse because that will go away definitely. So, yes, would I buy, if I'm sitting there with cash, would I buy? Absolutely. But I'd take it off the exchange immediately and make sure, because a lot of these exchanges I'm hearing are not delivering anymore. Proof of keys, POC, proof of POK, poke the bear, POK, proof of keys. If you don't know, if you can't tell me right now what your private key is for anything on the crypto side, you don't own it. So you better, yeah, go to your wallet and try to find it. If you can't find it, you don't own it. Hope you understand that. And then you figure out how to get your keys in your own possession. So, let's see. They're all pretty much down all across the board. This was expected. Absolutely. I expected to go to zero when the banks crash. So who cares? It's not going to be about what my Bitcoin's worth, what my Litecoin's worth in fiat money. It's going to be about how many Bitcoin do I have? How many Litecoin do I have as we move forward? This is not this is not some random thing that's happening now out of the blue. This is planned, it's orchestrated. I tell you the truth, it's been planned since 1913. And I've gone through why and how. The old adage of gonna kick the can down the road, it's been kicked for way too long. It's time to stand up. And if we don't now, we're going to lose our country. We're going to lose everything. Dick Allgire, I'm going to say it. I'm going to just say it. I've been listening to your interviews. You're a pussy. You're a huge pussy. You're absolutely diving in to the bad guys' plan of they're going to take over and control the world and you can't change things. Dude, stand up, show some balls. Get into the fight. Fight for your country. Fight for the ideals of America. You're a pussy. There you go. Yeah, you're calling me out. I'm going to call you out. You're a pussy for not joining the battle of freedom and taking these criminals and putting them in jail. Yes, Michael, absolutely 100%. He's on the side of the Facebook guys, the corporate toxicity that think they're going to take over this system. They think they're going to control us in a different way. And they made you buy into that bullshit. It ain't going to happen. So, Dick, you're a pussy. Sorry. Until you join our fight, you're a pussy. You can say what you want about me, how Bix doesn't know what he's talking about. The old controllers are still in control. They're just changing the ground rules. They didn't know about the Road to Ruta stuff that's coming out of the Fed. Who do you think the Fed's fighting when Ruta says, I'm going to take down the big guys? Who do you think she's talking about? She's talking about the people that your buddy Michael is talking about. So unless you get in the fight, we're just going to stomp right over you. Yes, you'll be happy in the end. Don't worry, Dick. We'll do all the fighting for you. You can sit back and hedge your bet with the bad guys all you want. But if you don't get in the fight, you're a pussy. I'm sorry. I still love you very much. And Dick is still coming. I think he's still coming to the Road to Roota event on October 27th in Las Vegas, the pre-Litecoin Summit, and we can hash it out on stage in front of 300 people if you want. It's going to be about 300 people. If you want to go, send me an email, bix@roadtoroota.com. It costs one Litecoin, so it's really cheap right now. Good time to get in. And I'll send you all the information. Uh, but yeah, you can see this schmo and me debate. Uh, and I'm going to flat out ask him, why don't you love your country? And if you do love your country, then fight for it. Because I'm sick of these people who have controlled my life. And no, they are not all powerful. The man upstairs is all powerful, and the man upstairs is pissed at them. So he invented the good guys, and the good guys are going to take out the bad guys, but it's going to take a massive event, a creative destruction event. None of these guys that say, "Oh yeah, we're going to have a smooth landing," none of them can explain how Deutsche Bank and the derivative complex can explode and the same people stay in power. You want to see what's happening to the same people? Christine Lagarde resigns from the IMF after nomination to the European Central Bank president. These same people, no one's going to listen to what Christine Lagarde has to say. No one's going to listen to what people Michael follows have to say, Dick. No one's going to listen when the derivative bubble blows. And I know the time and I know the day, I believe. At least I have a time and day that is complete. And the funny thing is, Mr. Allgire, in one of his remote viewing sessions, actually helped me and showed me the time and day. He didn't see it, but I did. So yes, I talk about that right at the Patreon channel. Timeline Part 2 tells you when, according to the Roota theory, this is all going to happen. Is this a sign? Absolutely. There's a bigger sign related to this, which I'm putting out a new video on the private road and Patreon. So, Dick, get off your lawn chair, get out of the sand, and get in the fight. All right. Speaking of fighting, on a side note, just for fun, the Democrats are so lost in their own bizarre reality. There's Trump can win this if there is an election. Trump will win like hands down, ridiculous, because these schmoes are just being shown for how stupid they really are. Listen to the four horsemen women of the apocalypse, the Democrats. Oh my God! So the four horsewomen, the retards in Congress who are the social justice warriors, are destroying the Democratic Party. Trump is just laughing. He is just tooling them and playing with them like you wouldn't believe. So yesterday they had to they wasted Congress time to pass a bill saying or some kind of rule saying the president is a racist. Give me a break. You people are retarded. Retarded. I know I can't say that. You can't say retarded anymore. I'm not talking about a person with a psychological affliction. I'm talking about idiots like AOC. And I can throw that label on anything I want because this is America and I have free speech. And I grew up with that word saying, it's like saying you're an idiot. When I was a kid, it was like, you're retarded. I'm not going to change because you guys changed your belief. I don't care what your belief is. I know what it means to me, and all my friends know what it means too. And probably everybody on YouTube knows what it means as well. You're retarded. AOC, you're retarded. Anyway, and it's not slamming people with a mental affliction. That's ridiculous. It is a colloquialism that I grew up with, and a lot of us did. And you're not going to change us just because you have your own belief structure. Go have it in your own safe spot. I don't want to melt a snowflake. Go find your safe spot and then, stew about it and cry about it for 10 hours and then you'll be all right. Don't worry. Trump slams AOC squad as the four horsewomen of the apocalypse. 2 days after President Trump provoked Democrats to pass a resolution condemning him as a racist by urging the radical left squad of freshman House Democrats, quote, if you're not happy here, you can leave. Absolutely. Get the hell out of America. This is America. This is my America. And I hope it's your America too. Left and the right need to come together. I think we will as soon as all these revelations come out about just how horrific the Democrats and the Republicans are in the child trafficking stuff. Oh my God, it's going to be crazy, and that's why I think we might not even have an election coming up. We might not need a president because the whole world is going to be ripped apart. Um, but yeah, so Trump pokes the bear again. He's brilliant. In the string of tweets, Trump quotes Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, who had awesome tweets, who blasted members of the squad, AOC, Anaya Presley, Ilan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib, as left wing cracks, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Kennedy blasted the Congress women as irredeemably dumb. Quote, they are the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. And lamented the fact that the Democratic presidential candidates are, quote, falling over themselves to try and agree with them. That's the insane thing. Even like long standing Democrats who have at least a little bit of self respect are falling over themselves to follow these craziness. These people are not going to win. It's insanity. It's like my whole country, no, half the country is in some delusional augmented reality that has nothing to do with reality. So Trump requotes Kennedy. In America, if you hate your country, you are free to leave. The simple fact of the matter is the four congresswomen think that America is wicked in its origins. They think that America is even more wicked now, that we are all racist and evil. They're entitled to their opinion. They're Americans. Now I'm entitled to my opinion, and I just think they're left wing cracks. They're the reasons there are directions on the shampoo bottles, and we should ignore them. The squad has moved the Democratic Party substantially left, and they are destroying the Democratic Party. I'm appalled that so many of our presidential candidates are falling over themselves to try to agree with the four horsewomen of the apocalypse. I'm entitled to say that they are whack jobs. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. I love it. After the lengthy quote, Trump followed up with a tweet knocking Democrats for getting nothing done on immigration, infrastructure, drug price, and any other issue because they're too busy fishing for dirt on the president. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. Keep it up, Trump. Keep poking those little retards because every time you poke a snowflake, it's going to melt. And they're going to have to sit in the corner for a little while and cry it out and get a couple group hugs. And then come back and say, I'm a strong democratic socialist. Socialism fails each and every time. I've used that line I think in three different songs. I gotta stop using it, but it's so true, and it sums up the whole idea of socialism. You don't have to argue what's best for people. What's is it moral to be kind to people? Absolutely, but it should be your choice. You shouldn't be forced to do anything like that. Yes, all you Democrats, go ahead, do it. Absolutely. Go ahead and save the world. But that's your choice. You do it on your own dime. And don't tell me I have to do it on my dime because it might not be my choice. Or if I want to do it, I'll do it with my own money. That's the insanity. All right, this can't be too long. I will be posting an update on the time frame. The time of the day has not changed for you Patreon members and the Road to Roota members. As a matter of fact, I got two more confirmations that I'll be talking about on a video. I don't know when though yet. It'll within the next couple days because I have a huge interview this afternoon with my friend Cliff High, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things. And I will be posting that in segments, maybe even the whole unredacted thing on Patreon and the private road. But I will be putting segments out to the world because people need to hear from Cliff High. Absolutely, 100%. So very busy time at the Road to Ruta. I also have to put together segments of the Spokane Freedom Roadshow. Again, I didn't thank enough Dale Olmsted and his wife Amy, unbelievable hosts in Spokane. Thank you so much, both of you, and your family's wonderful, and all our best to you and the group and community up in Spokane. It's a really cool community, Amy's like, we could live here, couldn't we? Okay. Hey, in a year I can live anywhere. My son graduates from high school and he's running away off to be a superstar, which is awesome. And I got kids who want to be superstars. It's really cool. Anyway, that's it for now. Join the Patreon channel, join the private road, and you get more. I'm off to hang out with Cliff High on this lovely rainy day in Northern Washington. I'll talk to you guys later.